Hi everybody, Ben Hannon here from Happy Hannon Studios, coming at you live from the studios of my car in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. So we're going to do a series, The Life and Times of Ben Hannon. Some of the life and times of Ben Hannon are very interesting. Some of the life and times of Ben Hannon probably are only interesting to me, and some of the life and times of Ben Hannon are boring even to me. But I want to get a record out there. Part of it is my grandfather, who I will talk about later, had Alzheimer's and lost all these stories, all this life that he had, aside from people's memories. And as people leave, those memories go with them. I don't want that. I don't want that so that if all of a sudden 10 years from now I'm sitting there and I barely remember anything, my wife can sit me in front of my phone and I can watch these videos. I want it for my kids, so if they can go on the YouTubes and watch these videos. Of course, I also want to see if I can make it big. Maybe they'll make a movie out of my life and times. And you never know what video might go viral. So that's why I'm doing this. I've done this twice now. I've made this video twice now. My wife should have been Japanese. Or some sort of the Asian culture. She keeps everything tight to the vest. It's why she's so good at cards, because you just don't know. So she was very displeased with my first video. She felt I was making life very easy for the hackers to hack into my life and steal my $2 in the bank account. So I'm trying to respect that. Happy wife, happy life. So we're going to cut some shiznizzle out of this. So I'm not quite giving away every single detail of my life. I am very much an open book. Anybody could ask me anything. I would tell them anything, sort of thing. And then my second video came across a little angry. I don't always take criticism very well. And so came across a little angry. So again, out of respect for my wife, Amber, I'm going to take some of those details out of the video. I will respect her Asian culture. She's not Asian, but she is Asian because everything's tight to the vest. I was born in Green Bay at one of the hospitals there. Hospital is still there, so you guys figure it out. I was born to my father and my mother, believe it or not, though oftentimes my father has accused me of being the mailman or milkman's child. Because my hair was different than his. Curly. I had curly hair, and he does not. Nobody in my family does. So, pretty sure my mom did not have an affair with the milkman or the mailman, but I cannot say that for certain. So, born, my dad's name was Mike. My mom's name was Sue. I did not call them Mike or Sue. I was of the era where you did not call your parents by their first names. It was mom and dad. So, first 5 years were typical 5 years. Had my own room. We lived in a 2-story house. Had my own room. Eventually got a playroom in the basement as I got older. I spent a lot of those years outside. We had dogs, Barney, part German, and a lot of other stuff. Molly, Cocker Spaniel, and Katie came along a little bit later, and she was an Irish setter. So one of my first chores was picking up dog poop. Fun chore. Before my dad cut the lawn. We also had a detached garage and a huge garden. When my parents bought the house, they had these great plans of making it fancy. That never happened at all. My dad worked a lot. He worked at one of the big paper mills in Green Bay. My mom was a stay-at-home mom for a while. Then she went back to work as a nursing assistant. Her place of business closed down. I think it's since become a hospice center, but my dad's place of business still open, though a lot of changes. What else? I went to Baird Elementary. It was a little building when I went there. It is now a ginormous building. My parents were Catholic, so church was a big part of my life in the beginning. I never personally cared for it. Thought it was very boring, robotic, but my parents, it was no question I had to go to church. I do believe in God, love God, don't think you need organized religion to praise God. That church has since closed down. Last I saw it was a chapel, one of those wedding chapels. The school that was there, I think also closed down now. So we'll talk more about that later videos. Dad was big into organizations, did a lot, gone a lot. That will lead to a story later on down the road. He was part of the Holy Name, which was an organization for the church and school. That was cool. Got to go to a lot of those meetings. Got to carry his briefcase. He was also part of the Knights of Columbus, a militant, very strict religious Catholic religion organization. Dave, which is one of his knights with him, will come in 2 stories later on down the road. So I don't know. Again, first 5 years were pretty typical. Christmases, birthdays, I was an only child. My parents tried to have another child, could not. And I think it was because they got perfection the first time. My parents would much more tell you they could have only handled me. So worked out. Christmas, birthdays, awesome. Got a lot there. Was not spoiled the rest of the year, though. I was not a typical only child. We did not eat out a lot. Typically Friday fish and Saturday roasted chicken. So much more to come. We'll talk about disaster birthdays. We'll talk about a lot of other stuff. But we're going to just use this as an introduction. Again, Life and Times of Ben Hannon. For all you Catholics out there, happy Easter. For all you people who just like eating a lot of food, happy Easter. I haven't thought of a quirky ending yet, so we will say peace out. I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. All that good stuff. If you like this video, like, subscribe, share. Bye-bye.